What is the truth about overselling to your email list? Some people say to only sell like once a week. Some people say to sell twice a week. Some people say to sell every couple of weeks. What is the truth? And the truth is based on my own personal experience from working with my own clients, on top of having my own email list for a couple years now, on top of now testing this new email list that I built specifically for this course. And it really comes down to understanding a few key concepts. And if you understand this, you'll prosper. If you get the inside joke, you know what I'm talking about. One is that the person you're talking to on the other end of the email is an actual person. They have genuine problems. So the more you can touch into the emotions that are relatable to them, the less likely they are to see your sales email as cringy or, oh, this guy's just trying to sell to me. Instead, what they're going to understand is, wow, my God, it's like he was writing to me. Okay, what is this? Let me check this out. So understanding you're talking to an actual human being on the other end of that screen. And then two, you need to have proper segmentation in place, meaning you can promote the same offer, but to 2 different types of segments, or 3 different segments, or 4 segments, however it is you want to set up your email list. You can even use the tagging system. I've showed you how to do both of those. So you could have the same offer, but you could change the email a little bit, change the segue, meaning you're talking, like for this subset of individuals, they have certain issues that they're wanting to overcome. This segment has like different objectives and goals, but the same offer can help both of them, but you change the wording and you send this email to this segment, send this email to this segment. Now, you don't have to do that with every single email, I'm not saying that, but that does massively help. As long as you're sticking to the first one, realizing that it's another person on the other end of the screen, that pretty much covers all of your bases. Now, the third concept, and this is something I really, really want to pound into your head, and that's why I keep saying it, is test, test, test. You're going to find that, yes, you'll overall be able to apply the same things that you learn, both within this course and through your own direct experience, to your clients, which is why this course is primarily principle-based and not like tactics-based. Okay, guys, this is what's bringing in tons and tons of money right now. This is how you 100x your open rate. I don't do that, because that's always changing and all of that. And it also, what most people don't tell you is it depends on the context. So that's why I pretty much just only cover principle-based stuff with you through every single module. So you need to understand and you need to test and realize that your clients are different. Some of your clients, if you've warmed up their audience properly, meaning you're using the business email, but 2, you're providing actual value, and assuming your client hasn't messed up the list. So let me give you an example. One of my clients was one of those guys that has 10 copies left of a digital ebook, and he would run discount sale after discount sale after discount sale. And whenever him and I started working together, I had to sit there and rebuild that relationship between him and his audience. So for him, I literally went like 2 months without, I think I'd write 1 sales email a week, if that. Sometimes I would go an entire week without selling anything. I wouldn't want to sell anything. I was just trying to build that relationship, nurture that relationship. On the other hand, I took over this one client who had a very fresh email list, basically emailed once a month, and I started emailing more. So I started increasing the frequency of emails. And that audience, since he hadn't really sold to them, they didn't even know that he had products, they were more receptive to it. And I was able to email every single day promoting the offer. I've got another client who I literally sell almost, it's changed in the past couple weeks, but up until recently, we've literally sold in every single email. And nobody calls him out, nobody complains, nothing like that. And why is that? Why is it that some people complain because they get 1 sales email a week versus this person and get a daily email with a sales link? Once again, I said that has changed in the past couple of weeks because we've just been focusing on nurturing as we prepare for a new launch. But the reason is because in every single email, we lead with some kind of value. They know that they can open up the email and it's going to either be something just like, poof, wow, how did I never think about that? Or it's going to be something super motivational, or it's going to be something super tangible that they can find value in. and take from that email and then go and apply it in real time. So whenever you sell to somebody like that, using the soft sell that I've already spoken about, which is essentially saying, oh, and by the way, if you're interested in this, this, and this, check this out. Or as I say in this XYZ, you can do this, this, and this. So it's like an indirect sell. It's not saying, you've got to buy this for the next 24 hours, you can get it for this price. That's a hard sell. A soft sell is just kind of like a afterthought. So you're sitting there throughout the email, you're providing value, maybe you're sharing a story of your clients. So I'll use myself as an example. One of my recent emails, recent meaning like a month or so ago, I shared how I used to pay my bills by flipping products on Craigslist. I've cleaned parking lots. I'd be that weird person at like 3 in the morning with a trash bucket and a trash picker, just picking up cigarette butts, picking up food that people had thrown up just out of their car. And I used to do that. That was my life. And I shared that story about how I understand the struggle. I understand where you're coming from. And then I segued that story into freelancing, which is where I started talking about Freelancer Profit Manual and how you can find clients who will happily pay you thousands of dollars online through social media by simply offering your skill. And that is an example of a soft sell email, because I wasn't saying, hey, you've got to buy this right now. Oh, it's limited time only. I didn't say that. I literally shared my story, the transformation story. And then the next step was, if you're interested in doing that, how I've done it, which has allowed me to travel the world for the last 3 years, retire my mom, take care of my girl, live the life that I want, here's how to do it. So it's a natural, it's like by default, they're going to be interested in that. They're going to click the link and they'll check it out. But the fourth thing I want you to understand is that everything is voluntary. You need to get out of the mindset that everybody needs to buy your product, that there's something wrong with you if they don't buy the product, because it's just not like that. Your entire job as an email copywriter is to understand the audience, understand their pains, understand their goals, their desires, what barriers are they hitting. And there's so many different ways you could do that, like reply campaigns. So ask a question to the list, get them to reply to the email. You can start figuring out all the different goals, etc. that they have. And as you start understanding their problems, their desires, their goals, you can sell to them in every single email, because you're not sitting there just trying to take all their money. What you're trying to do in every email is provide them something tangible they can walk away with, something inspirational, something motivational. And it's just the next step, the most obvious next step, is to get into your client's service or their product or whatever the next step is. So to answer your question, you can sell in every email, but a lot of that has to do with your particular client. You don't know what they've been doing before you took over, assuming you just recently took over this client. So it's your job to build that relationship, nurture that relationship, and get them more engaged with your client. You do that through telling stories, through providing value, and then telling them about the product. And mix it up. Do some harvest like style emails, meaning for the next X amount of time, we're accepting 100 people, blah, 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 blah. You can do that, but honestly, you don't even really need to focus on that too much. Just focus on the experience of the subscriber and understanding that maybe you'll piss them off, maybe you won't, but as long as you keep the value first, you can do a soft sell at the end of every email. And as long as you test, you'll figure out what works best for your specific client versus another client. Because maybe you'll find one of your clients you can sell in literally every single email, but another client you can only sell every couple of emails. That literally is the data, and there's no like cookie cutter, because people want the cookie cutter reality. Sorry to tell you this, but that doesn't exist. So stop looking for a cookie cutter reality and understand you just need to test it. And some of your clients you can sell in every email, some of your clients you can sell a couple times a week, and just keep the value and that relationship first, and you'll be good.